The biggest lie, news you've heard about yourself.
You know what I mean? Folks want to know.
Funky Friday in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's still poppin'? And there wasn't a 4-1 hot take, you dig what I'm saying? Hot take of the week.
Yes.
We are back exclusively with Cam Newton. That was inside a Cam like no other, life in the day of the supreme athlete turned media mogul. When you hear the title media mogul.
That's not true.
It's not?
No.
Okay, so you didn't make $133 million and you're not a media mogul.
No.
None of this research I've done is accurate?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm just a content creator.
Cam Newton.
Tamron Hall.
I have seen, so first of all, I executive produce this show with a phenomenal team. I watch your content. It is heavily thought out.
Yep.
It is edited to the T.
It should be.
The close-ups of your face, your reaction. I've been doing this for 30 years. Those two Emmys. I don't have a Heisman, but I got two of them.
Subtle flex. I like that.
But I can honestly say with a truthful compliment, I can tell when somebody is keeping an eye on that content versus just putting stuff out in the space.
Yeah, it's devil in the details for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by media mogul, because
Yeah.
you're not just doing this. You're invested financially because that equipment
Right.
is expensive,
No,
more
no,
expensive
it
than a
is.
Tamron Hall show
No.
equipment.
No. 30 years. See, there you go.
$133 million!
Speculative. It was spent already. But no, I think the biggest misconception about creating content is that people think that the content creates competition amongst us. That's false. Football teaches us competition.
Okay.
You know, you got on blue, I got on brown, you the op. This is Gen Z talk.
Yeah, I know what
You
it
the
is.
op. I'm team whatever. But content teaches you that there's no such thing as competition. It's collaboration.
Correct.
So, for sure. So with that being said, I come on your show, you come on my show.
No.
You see how that happened? You know what I'm saying? It's
Here's why.
Collaboration.
I will come on your show, but I got to go through some of your hot takes
Talk to me.
that have caught my attention before I go on this show, because it might be too hot for me.
No, it ain't.
All right, Jalen Hurts,
Yep.
Eagles superstar, fans of Jalen. We're all fans of Jalen. I know that you have praised Jalen as an elite winner. He's recently moved up on your list, top 10. But there was a conversation back in July. People got, quote unquote, upset with you.
Yes.
Why do you think that was?
I'm in the business as a member of the media to talk about football critique. I'm in the business as a member of the media to talk about, I missed the word, my football critique.
Yeah.
Now, Jalen Hurts, what he embodies as the individual is something that not a lot of people give him credit for.
Right.
He's an unbelievable person.
Right.
Unbelievable. Stand-up guy, and everything that we expect out of men, he is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think oftentimes when you're such a likable person, if you do not go with the flow of likability or likable quotes, it's going to raise a couple eyebrows or raise people's attention. And my job as a member of the media is to give my football critique. So when we're talking about football specific events, when I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, I've said it ad nauseum, that they are the best team in the NFL. and it requires not as much as you would ask another player. And that's not to say he's not capable. I'm not saying that. It's just my football critique of what I'm watching on a Sunday to Sunday basis. Is he capable for throwing 300 yards? Absolutely. Does he have the capacity to put the whole team on his back and carry a team? Absolutely. But he's not asked to do that consistently.
Right.
That's my football critique.
Another one that, yes. We had Dion on before his health scare, and we're always thinking about you, Prime. Shador, I want to play what you said recently about Shador and the Browns. Let's play it.
People are fans of Shador, and they want to see him succeed so much, even for our culture. I want Shador to succeed. But when you have a media frenzy and a media circus covering a third-string quarterback, that's what teams did not want.
Take me more into that hot take.
Well, this is the thing about having a platform like Disney or ESPN.
Yeah.
Once you say certain things, it's what's being said without the details of it. It's like, whoa. Because some would say, Cam, wasn't you the same type of person that people critiqued about how you were, the media frenzy? Yeah, so therefore I could talk about it, a little bit more in depth. And they never showed that piece of the piece.
Do you ever leave the set going, I shouldn't have said that?
No, I know where my heart is.
Yeah.
Like my heart is always going to be pure. Thank you.
Do you have ever hesitate? Because I feel like you launch in.
Yeah,
you launch in with great passion, which is why you stand out. But when launching in sometimes, is there ever that part, I went too hard?
Let's take the Shador take. The thing that I was adamant about is, and I use the example of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I did not handle that Super Bowl situation the way that I know now I should have. I walked off. I was frustrated. I was still in the moment. Emotionally, I was still in the game. I did not want to answer questions. I felt rushed. I felt that the media was trying to get me just to do my time, and I needed time to debrief and compartmentalize what had at that moment been the biggest game of my life, and I failed. So with that, I left abruptly. I didn't tell nobody. People were still asking questions. I just couldn't deal with it. So through that, I knew how and what Shador is kind of going through, because he doesn't prompt a lot of things. You cannot dim your lights for somebody else to shine brighter. So I wasn't saying for Shador to change, because that's where I was like, that was not in that specific clip. But I was saying that's what comes with that.
Right.
I battled the issue of, can Cam back somebody up as a backup quarterback? I considered it. And there was a thought that was like, is having Cam Newton on our team as a backup worth us even entertaining? Because if we do sign Cam as a backup, knowing backup, what does it say to the starter? What does it say to the fan base? What does it say to the people when the starter, who we feel confident in, struggles? Man, we got Cam over there. What are we doing?
Interesting.
And I never wanted to be a distraction in that manner. And I see Shador going through those same things that he cannot help. He's a third-string quarterback, and I put an emphasis on a third-string quarterback, not to diminish or suppress who he is. It's just the reality. A lot of people look at him and say, man, I don't like him. Why is he even talking? Because he's the most entertaining thing in Cleveland, and that's what it's a story.
Okay, quick question for you. Is there a player now who reminds you of yourself?
I think that's a little tough. I think, and to that point, I think they all have their own element of.
Do you have a favorite player?
I have players. Like, and this would be kind of, some would say contradicting, but Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Like, it's so frustrating sometimes, because I'm like, man, let him fly.
Yeah.
Like, let it go, right? Lamar Jackson, or Josh Josh Allen, just to see Patrick Mahomes play the game at a high level still, you know, a lot of things that I watched through a more descriptive player view rather than a fan. I'm not necessarily fans of teams, but more so fans of players on the team.
Okay, it's the last question in this block before we go to break. Michael Vick is coaching. So many others have followed. Could you coach at that level of college or pro?
I don't think I could. Wow. Because the amount of sacrifice that I've already gave since I was 7 to a football game, that's not to say, like, my view is I want to be a dad. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely enjoy taking my kids to school. I just text my assistant to make sure that, you know, we have a platform because, you know, me and my lady want to incorporate not just show and tell, but a talent show every week that the kids got to perform.
At home?
No, for sure, at home.
At home. So you're expecting your 9th baby?
Oh, he's already here.
He's already here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
When we come back, it's gonna.
When we come back, we're going to get the new baby news from Cam. We'll be right back. And Ashley Nicole Moss, his new co-host on 106 in Sports, joins the conversation.
This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. Join the fun and be part of our Tam Fam audience. Go to TamronHallShow.com. See you there.